Hi, so I am going to share with you a little bit of information about rollers today. So rollers are pretty common as like a trendy tool right now that you might use in the skincare or face section of really any department store, online as well. They're very popular. They look cute, which is probably a big draw. But you might have asked yourself, okay, like I like them. I like the way they look. They look like they could be fun. People are using them. What exactly am I going to get out of using this product, and why should I use it every day? So I have to tell you that I did the exact same thing. I went and bought them. I bought them actually for my daughter as a Christmas gift. And I had another one around that I ended up kind of passing over to her because I hadn't actually looked into what were the benefits and what was I actually going to see. I just thought it was kind of fun to do. So what I hope that you can gain from this is a little bit of knowledge about how to use it, maybe a method of using it that you can incorporate into your either morning or night. It does not really matter for morning or night, even though it would be very nice in the morning in particular. So a few things is that there are jade rollers and there are rose quartz rollers. And there may be other varieties out there, but these are the two primary ones I've seen. And you might ask yourself, what are the differences between the jade and the rose quartz? And know this, that there are a lot of them that say that they are jade, but they're not actually jade. And I have a link to a roller that is a certified jadeite. So it's not like the expensive jade. Those ones are going to be more around $35, $40. I think this one was like $10 or $12 or something. Rose quartz is not quite as expensive. You're going to find more varieties at that lower price, but do know that there are some that are just a pink stone that somebody made. One thing that you will notice between the two of them, and I actually have both right here. I have a jade one, which I'm pretty sure this is a fake jade one. Actually, I can guarantee it's a fake jade one, and a rose quartz, which I know that this is a real rose quartz one. I had these both stored in the same place, and one thing that they'll say between the two is that the rose quartz stays cooler for longer. And I would say that having these two stored just in the same place, just pulling them straight out of the drawer, in general, this one, the rose quartz one, is cooler just to start with. I didn't even start it in the refrigerator or anything like that. The jade one is warmer. It has a higher conductivity. Even if this isn't true jade, it's probably some version of jade, and it has a higher conductivity. So it's actually going to absorb the heat from your face faster. That is not necessarily like a bad thing, but there is something to the coolness of the touch to your skin. I actually prefer it to stay cooler rather than to feel really warm, mostly because I know that that helps with some of the puffiness or dark eye circles, that sort of thing. It's a little bit more stimulating at the surface of the skin. Just know that there are slight differences between the two, but in general, if you want one that's going to stay cooler, the rose quartz is the way to go. There are some metaphysical properties insinuated within the two as well. Rose quartz, it's the stone of universal love and pure energy, and jade represents peace, wisdom, and balance. So that may kind of sway you one way or another depending on when or how you're choosing to use the rollers. You'll notice, I'm just going to hold one of them so I don't play around with them. You'll notice on these rollers there is a large end and there's a small end. The small end is going to be to get smaller areas, right? And the large end is going to be to get bigger areas, okay? So whatever is more comfortable, use that end. I'm going to give you some guidance on this, but know that it's not, if you prefer using the bigger end and I said to use the smaller end, just go ahead and use it. It's okay. There are other tools as well. There's called a gua sha, I think I said that right. Anyways, it's like a stone, like a flat stone with an edge that people will also use. They'll kind of rub around using the edge. That is another version of what this is doing. This is nice and smooth. It rubs very nicely and it's cooling. The stone is kind of a similar method. Same goal in the end. So I'm going to take you through a way, or like a routine that you could do with your roller. So we're going to take the long end of the roller and we're going to start down here on our neck and kind of work our way up. So you're going to be in your neck and you're just going to go up the neck. And the lymph system, which is what we're activating just below the surface of the skin, just promoting drainage, we don't have to push very hard. So this is just a nice rolling. It's actually super cooling. It feels good. And you're just gonna do this like 10 times, just kind of all over. So you've kind of covered your your face, I should say, your neck. And then we're gonna do the gelling. You're gonna do the gelling, just start in the middle and just kind of work your way out and do about 5 or 6 passes. I tend to hold a lot of tension in my jaw, so this feels really nice on my jawline. Again, not a lot of pressure. And then we're going to do the other side, just along the jawline. Just kind of activating things. This is still staying cool. It's not as cool as it was when I first started, but I can still feel it nice and cool. Okay, and then we're going to do the forehead. I'm going to keep this wide end. If you have a really narrow forehead, go ahead and use the smaller end. But we're just going to start in the middle and work to the outside. About, again, 5 or 6 times. And then we're going to do the other side. Again, this doesn't take very long, but it is really soothing and it does feel really good. All right, and then we're going to take the small end, which I know you've all been waiting for, and we're going to do from the inner eye to the outer eye. We can do under the eye, again, 5 or 6 passes. It's not an exact science. And then we're actually going to do the eyelid. Just nice and gentle, kind of going up on that eyebrow. And then we're going to do the other side. Looking in this camera is interesting. You'll see there's different construction of different rollers. Some of them are squeakier. This one has a super tiny squeak to it, but I wouldn't say it's overly squeaky, if that really bugs you. All right, and so now we have done the eyes. So it probably took a couple minutes. This is still actually nice and cool to the touch. I did use the other side, so if you wanted, you can kind of go back and you could do whatever. One thing that is really nice to do with these is if you put some moisturizer in your face, it will roll very nicely over your face. Or if you want to apply a face serum, applying a face serum before you use this, and this will help to just kind of evenly apply, rub it in a little bit. Again, you're not pressing really hard, but it's just a nice gentle spreading of that around. It'll help to activate the surface and absorb your serum even better. So those are just a couple tips. I hope that that helped demystify this cute little tool that we have, and go ahead and get yourself one. I think that they're really fun. I feel very good. I've used them. I don't use it regularly. I'm going to. I feel like now that I've kind of learned a little bit more about the legitimate benefits from it, that I'll definitely get some more use out of my little tools that I bought. And I hope you did too. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.